This is a beginner's lesson for English language learners. We're going to study the story Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. There are the green eggs and ham. There's a character who looks like the cat in the hat, but his hat is black. When we read the story, we're going to look at verbs like, such as like. Also am, a verb of being. Try. And we're going to look at rhymes. These are words that sound the same. Rhymes. We also learn about plus verbs or helping verbs. These are words like could, would, will, and do. These words are used with other verbs to show the future or possibility. And remember, verbs make questions when the verb is the first word of the sentence. We're going to look at prepositions such as in, with, on. These show location. We will study negation, not, no. When you use negation with a verb, you use a contraction. And this is called an apostrophe. Apostrophe looks like this. Comma looks like this as well, but it's on the line. Hyphen looks like this. It joins words together. So let's look at the story. These are the green eggs and ham. There's a fork sticking in the ham. And this is Sam I Am. Green eggs and ham. I am Sam. I am Sam. Pronoun, verb, name. And he's riding. Looks like a dog. We don't know his name, but we do know Sam's name. And he comes back and says, Sam I am. He said, I am Sam. Now he says, Sam I am. He's listening. He's being interrupted while he reads. And he doesn't like being interrupted. And he drops what he's reading and he says, that's Sam I am! Exclamation point. That means he's yelling. He's saying it loudly. That's Sam I am. And look, we have hyphens between the words to join them together. He calls him Sam I am. He thinks his whole name is Sam I am. And he says, I do not like that Sam I am. He says the helping verb or plus verb do, negation not, and the verb like, do not like. Do you like green eggs and ham? It's a question with a question mark. And he holds the green eggs and ham on a plate in front of the guy with no name, the guy with a black hat. And he says, I do not like them. There's his face. No, I do not like them, comma, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. These rhyme. Ham, am, and Sam rhyme. He says, would you like them here or there? And he has these two arms with fingers and hands on the end. Here or there. Two separate places, here or there. And he says would, which means in the future, possibly, would you? And he's not happy. He says, I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. And he says no and walks away. And so Sam tries it again. He says, would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? House and mouse rhyme. Here's the house, there's the mouse. And he says, look at his face. He's not happy. He says, I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. The comma before the name. Look how all the words rhyme. House, mouse, there, where, anywhere. Ham, Sam, I am. And he's walking away. He says, and Sam says, would you eat them in a box? Question. Would you eat them with a fox? With a fox. Fox and box rhyme. And here's the box, and there's the fox. And he says, here's his face as he walks away. He's mad. He can't get away from Sam. He says, not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Each of these sentences rhymes. Box, fox, house, mouse, there, anywhere, ham, Sam, I am. And there he goes. But Sam doesn't stop. Would you? Could you? In a car? Question, question, question. But these are fragments of sentences. Eat them, eat them. Here they are. These are not questions. He's telling him. And he's holding them out and chasing them with the car. You have the mouse and the fox riding in the car. And he gets caught on the end of the bumper. He's surprised. And he says, I would not, could not, in a car. He will not eat green eggs and ham in this car. But, he says, you may like them. May, also might. You might like them. You may like them. You will see. You may like them in a tree. See, tree, rhymes. And here they are in the tree. And he says, I would not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. That means leave me alone. You let me be. Stop bothering me. And he says, I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. He's making himself very clear. He's still on the end of that car, in the tree, on the car. So, look what happens underneath the tree. A train, a train, a train, a train. He says it 4 times. Could you, would you, on a train? And look at the train. The driver's happy, the passengers are happy, and they're going to land on the train. But he says, look at his face. He says, not on a train, not in a tree, not in a car. Sam, let me be. I would not, could not in a box. I would not, I could not, would not with a fox. See the commas? I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I will not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. And they're about to go into a cave. They're on top of the train now, but the people in the train don't seem to know. They're in the cave. Here's the opening to the cave. And they're passing through it. And he says, Sam says, say, that means hey. In the dark? Here in the dark. Would you, could you, in the dark? And he says, I would not, could not, in the dark. And they come out of the cave. They're out of the cave, but it's raining. So Sam says, would you, could you, in the rain? See the raindrops falling on their head. Okay? And he says, I would not, could not in the rain, not in the dark, not on a train. These are fragments of sentences. They're not full sentences. Not in a car. Not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house. Not in a box. Not with a mouse. Not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. Anywhere. So here they are. They're still on top of the train, and the people in the train are all happy. Everybody's smiling. And so down the track they go. He says, you do not like green eggs and ham? It's a question. And he says, I do not like them, Sam, I am. He doesn't seem to be listening. So down the track they go. They're running out of track, but the people are still happy. And he asks, could you, would you, with a goat? A goat. And here's the goat smiling at him. And he says, I would not, comma, could not, comma, with a goat, exclamation point. Would you, could you, on a boat? A boat. The track has ended. Off they go. They're on the car, on the train. Now they're going to be on the boat. And in they go. So, they land inside the boat, and everything goes crazy. And the boat starts to sink. And he says, I could not, would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train. Not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. Now we see a lot of prepositions in this. In, with, on, and look at everybody. Now flying up in the air and then down into the water. Look at everybody. But everyone's still smiling. Everything's good. Everybody's okay. They know how to swim. And so he says again, I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam, I am. And he's underwater, yelling in bubbles. These are bubbles. And so everyone's in the water, and everyone's okay. Everyone's smiling and waiting. And so he says, you do not like them, so you say. Try them, and you may, or you might. Try them, and you may, I say. There's a rhyme. And so, he says, he's so tired of talking about this. And he says, Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them. You will see. He rhymes. B and C. And so here he goes. He's going to give it a try. Everybody's watching. Everybody's wondering what will happen after he tries them. Here he goes. Look, he's smiling. And one of the eggs is missing. There's only one egg now. And he says, say, again. That also means, hey. I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam, I am. And I would eat them in a boat. And I would eat them with a goat. Ellipsis, 3 dots is an ellipsis. And he keeps talking about them. And I will eat them in the rain, and in the dark, and on a train, and in a car, and in a tree. They are so good, comma, you see? And everyone's happy. And he's still eating the rest of what Sam was holding on the plate all that time. It might be cold by now. And he says, so I will eat them in a box, and I will eat them with a fox, and I will eat them in a house, and I will eat them with a mouse, and I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere. See, all capital letters. Capital letters. And look at how happy he is. He finished all his food. He cleaned his plate. And he says, I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam I am. The moral of the story is you never know until you try it.